Good morning, brother. Good morning, good morning. You good?
Wagwan, Yeah, man, we're good, man. All is
Yeah,
well, my brother.
I'm just playing your doublets and my PC is like, yo, you have like 50 Romain Virgo doublets. What happened to you, brother? I'm like, yo,
Yo,
me
don't
work
be
hard
knowing,
for them.
man. Yeah, man, the links them big, me boss.
Yeah. Everything good?
Yeah, man, all is well, man. All is well, my brother. We just there and give thanks,
Hope I didn't wake you up. Are you an early riser, late sleeper? What kind of person are you?
Uh, yeah, I mean, with babies now in the picture, I am now, maybe a late riser now.
Yeah.
Back in the days, I would still wake late because of studio or whatever. But with the babies now, there's no way for me to wake early. So for like a link up like this, I definitely have to set time, and try and go to bed early.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
Give thanks, brother. So let's start
but
it the proper way. Vybez Nation, live from Jamaica. We have my brother in a real life man like Romain Virgo, aka World Singer. Yeah. Karibu,
yeah,
karibu,
man.
karibu. So let's just kick it off, man. We met
Yeah,
last year the summer fest, around July, around this time. So how has the journey been
yeah,
so far, man? Fatherhood, performances,
yeah,
COVID, just everything. Just wrap it up for us.
yeah. Yeah, it's been good. I just always look at life from a different angle. No matter what is going on, no matter how difficult life or the times get, I just always try to stay positive. So from around that time, the last time we link up, we've been on the road, been busy, traveling, touring, and getting to, spread the music, spread the message as much as we can. Now with everything that is going on with, this whole pandemic, COVID-19, we have to be home mostly. And which it kind of affect the livelihood, because performing is what we do, and that is how we make a living. So it definitely affects that. But as I say, I'm just grateful. We're still getting the opportunity to make music, to put out new music, and I'm just grateful. With the last, one of the latest songs is a song called "Best of Me," which is doing so well. We put out that song. We did a music video for it as well, and the world seems to be loving it. I'm grateful for the love and the support from people around the world, especially Kenya. Because I know that like whenever I put out a song or a music video, especially on YouTube, my Kenyan fans are some of the first people.
Yeah.
Always some of the first people to go on and comment and say their congratulations. So I give thanks for the love and the support from them. And we just continue to make music. Today, a few days ago, DJ Chrome released another song called Hero.
Yeah.
Which we'll probably drop a video for soon as well. So we're just working. We're just trying to stay focused with everything that is going on around the world. And just hoping that as soon as things are back to normal, we can get out there and get in front of the fans, get on the stage again, and just sing our hearts and soul out and continue to spread the good vibes in the music that we put out.
Yeah. So I asked Conscience this question like 2-3 weeks ago. Conscience are your brethren, right? So I asked him.
Yeah, man.
We had him on the show. So I asked him which place he'll go immediately after this COVID madness is done. So I'm putting the same to you. After this COVID is done, where are you going? Whether for holiday, whether to visit, whether to perform, whether just to go chill after COVID madness, and you can be allowed to travel. Where will Romain Virgo go next?
Well, I hope it will be Kenya.
Wise answer, my brother.
Yeah.
Why so? Why Kenya? Let me put under the bus. Why Kenya?
I don't know, but there's just a different energy and a different vibe with Kenya and a different kind of love that is almost second to none. To be honest with you, it's always a great time. The people in Kenya is like family. Trust me. So I'm just grateful. There's so many other places around the world but the love that we receive whenever we're in Kenya, it's just amazing, man. So hopefully it's there, and if it's not there, then I don't know where it's gonna be. But the greatest thing is that it would be hope. Whenever the world is open, it will mean hope, and that is hope that we will get to come back to Kenya and perform, but on a different scale, and just to go out there in the world, wherever it is, and just sing is my goal and my aim, and my whole hope.
For real. So we've talked about the two new singles, Best of Me and the one from ZJ Chrome, Hero. You also work a lot with Frankie, So just explain to the listeners, how is it working? Do you get a rhythm, voice it? Do you go to studio? What's the process? Just explain to us the process.
Yeah. Bless up Frankie music, I mean, most times a producer would send a rhythm, and that is how we would get to vibe. Nowadays I'm trying to step away from too much of that, because sometimes I get a rhythm from a few producers, and then all of them kind of have the same vibe,
Yeah.
So if you realize that linking up with that whichever producer and creating a vibe together is gives you a better feeling. Especially if it's not a juggling rhythm. If it's a juggling rhythm, then fine. But if it is not a juggling rhythm, then definitely linking up with the producer, and finding a vibe is you always get something new and something fresh and something different. For example, Best of Me, it's not a juggling rhythm, but it's something that it's different. Linking up with somebody and putting vibes together, you always get something new and fresh. So that's basically it. So it's always either getting a rhythm, vibing to the rhythm, go and record, or sitting down, coming up with the idea, or wherever the inspiration comes from, and then we just go inside the studio, calling musicians, create the rhythm, record, and then put out the music. So either way.
Are we gearing up for an album, an EP, or just put out some couple of singles just to check out the space and just to fill the gaps?
Yeah. I mean, for the rest of this year, we're just putting out some singles. You might hear more music coming from juggling rhythms. And you might hear singles just coming from our end. But album in the back of my mind, but it's not something that I'm telling my supporters that, hey, I'm working on an album. No, because there's so much album, there's so much music in the space that even myself don't want to crowd the space. I just want to put out a song and put out a video for it and just promote it as hard as possible for the rest of the year. Hopefully for 2021 I can start telling my fans that, hey, I have an album coming at X time. But for 2020, I wouldn't say that. It's just more singles, more music as time go by, and hopefully we get the opportunity, as I said, to do music videos for them, so the fans can get a better feel of the vibe of what we're putting out.
So what would you consider your greatest musical achievement, brother? Greatest musical achievement?
My greatest music, there are so many different levels and different things that we have achieved, but I would sum up my whole career and just say, just the opportunity to still be here, still be healthy, still be creating is just a general achievement for me. I'm just grateful to be alive and to be able to be producing music and to be touching lives around the world, with my experience and just things in general that I've learned, and put in the music, and to speak and touch different lives around the world is just amazing for me, and I'm forever grateful for something like that.
All right. So I have two questions from the listeners. Question one is, if not for music, where will Romain Virgo be? .. Then question two, do you remember your first ever performance? Those are from the listeners, Vybez Nation.
Well, wow. First ever performance, like in life.
In life, yeah, like even if you didn't have a mic, you just sang your heart out,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it wasn't for music, then I would probably be doing architectural work now, because when I was in high school, I loved technical drawing, and I was so interested in drawing buildings and, plans, for buildings. I thought that was what I would be doing, but, as time goes by, I realized that, people seem to be more interested in me singing. To answer your second question, I remember the very first time singing would be in church. I was about 10 years old at the time, and I was singing, and nobody was in the church. It was just me and the mic. And once I started singing, everybody was running from the road inside the church, wanted to see who was this young man singing, And, that was the start of, my community knowing that I was a singer.
Yeah.
So, I never forget that moment, singing in the church by myself and everybody running from the street to the church, wondering who is this guy? And from that day, I was on concerts, church concerts in and around the community. And, so that would be the start of my career, basically.
All right. So, another question. Which Premier League team do you support? I know what you support. I know which team, but the masses, they want to know, say, which team you support. Because we support the same team.
I support the champions.
Tell them about me, brother. Tell them about we.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, so of course you're happy with the championships, but we didn't get the 100 points that we wanted, bro.
Yeah. We wanted to break the that record, getting that 100 points. But I'm satisfied with a win. Because last season, we lost by like what, a point. We were so close. So I'm just grateful and happy. I've been a Liverpool supporter since I know myself. There are other teams around the world that I would support in different leagues, like Bundesliga. I love other teams, but when it comes to the Premier League, the English Premier League, everybody knows that Liverpool is a team that I support.
So which player?
Yeah, man.
Which player? Is the best?
There are so many players that I love
Liverpool.
And respect on the team. On Liverpool, other people would go for I'm probably a midfielder or a forward.
Yeah.
But Virgil van Dijk is actually my
defense
favorite player on the team. Yeah, because I think he's one of the greatest defenders in the world right now. And whenever he's playing, there's a sense of confidence in the team. Like he plays with a level of confidence that you don't see much defender play with. So he's somebody that whenever I see him on the field, I feel confident. Like we will defend the goal as much as possible. And he's just a hard-working player for me. So
for real,
he would definitely be Virgil van Dijk.
All right. So tell us about Fatherhood. First of all, congratulations to you and Miss Elizabeth. Man, how's Fatherhood? How are the twins? How they doing? Like, we're in your business right now, bro.
Yeah.
We're in your business right now.
My God. No problem, man.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, to be honest with you. I always see myself, as a family man.
Yeah.
It was always my dream. I'm godfather for about 9 children. Before having any at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, I love children. I love to see family. I love to see family grow. I always want to have my own family. So know that they're here. It's just amazing, man. Just to wake up every morning and see the beautiful smile on their faces. It make my day. I would not say it's easy, because especially now with the pandemic, it means that it's only me and Elizabeth here at home taking care of them, and then we have to balance, them around everything else that we have to do, personally, But so far it's been good. It's been a very beautiful ride, man, and just to watch them grow and to learn as I go along, because I don't know everything, so they are teaching me, and I get to understand what every time they cry, I get to understand what it means, and it's just amazing. It's 6 months ago now and they're just here growing, and I'm just grateful that they're healthy and they're doing well and they're happy, and as I go along, I hope that it does get better, So I'm grateful, man. I'm happy, to be a father, and I'm happy to see them grow.
Yeah. Before we let you leave, you have to I have to ask you this regarding Black Lives Matter and just struggles for black people all over the world. Even here in Kenya we have issues from police brutality. In Jamaica, Wolipa gun violence at Guan.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, what's happening? What are your thoughts regarding that? What message can you put out to the world in terms of that topic?
Yeah, I feel like unless as a people we educate ourselves on how this whole thing started, around the world. We know that as black people we didn't just get up and move to another another country. If people really and truly educate themselves about where this whole thing is coming from, then definitely we can really and truly see and understand, because sometimes when we say Black Lives Matter, you have people saying all lives matter, but they wouldn't understand the struggle that people have to go through on a whole, just being black, what I mean? And I face the struggle sometimes when I travel to different places around the world, like Europe, and we go in some places and just the whole look and the whole discrimination, you can feel that, my brother. So I feel that at first hand, and it is time that people see and understand, as I say, educate themselves, to see and understand what we are going through and what we mean when we say Black Lives Matter. It is obvious that there is something that against us, what I mean? And if people don't see that and understand, why we stand up and we say we want a change, and we've been fighting for this change for years now, bro. And if people cannot see that and open their eyes and their hearts and their minds to see the struggle that we've been going through for years, with getting even equality, then you won't have a change, So my hope is that people really and truly look into themselves, and educate themselves on the history of black people and where we're coming from and where we would want it to be. All we want is equal rights and justice and love for all. That's all we're asking for when we say Black Lives Matter. And I'm a big supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement, and all we want to see is change, change in accepting, and realizing that we deserve equality, what I mean? And, until that happens, I will forever be, rooting for change, and in my music, in my presentation, wherever it is around the world, I will always continue to fight, what I mean? And so, that is how I see it, my brother.
Fair enough. Thank you very much, bro, for waking up. We have chopped up. We've talked about family, music, what's coming up, where we want to visit next, which we're going to hold you to account. So, parting shot to the massive them coming through, listening to the Kenyans them. Just a few words of encouragement to the people tuned in before we let you continue with your fatherly duties and other duties.
Yeah, man. But I would want to tell all my people in Kenya, that I love and appreciate the continued love and support over the years. Continue to stay safe and stay strong in a time like now. We know with this whole pandemic that is going on, people are scared. People, it affects your livelihood and things that you would want to do, you can't do it now. Or you have to be cautious with what you're doing. But just be strong and know that we'll get through this together. What I mean? Can't wait for it to all be over so that I can get to come and see you all. But stay strong, stay safe, and one love every time.
Yeah.
And bless up, Heno. Bless up Vybez. every time. You don't know. A whole heap of love.
All right, bro. Thank you very much for waking up. Thank you very much for your time. And, send love to Miss
Give thanks, bro.
Liz and the twins, them, and Nico.
Yeah, man,
Big up
definitely,
Nico, man.
definitely.
Where Nico there?
Big up Nico, big up. Yeah, man, in the upper yard, him probably listening right now. I don't know. But in the upper yard, man. But I'll definitely big up Liz. Definitely big up the girls.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah.
And big up your family for me to me, brother.
All right, bro.
You don't know.
All right, bro. Thank you very much for coming through, yeah?
Respect, fam.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Romain Virgo on call.